Morning. Thought I'd use a gap in the weather to talk to you for a bit. Welcome to blah blah blah. How do I do that? Yes. Hello there. My name's Tim, and he's didn't even give me any sponsor money. And this is How to Murder Feet Big Trip Coast Path thing, day 6, week 1. I think 6. Yeah. Is it Thursday? I think it's Thursday. This might be the last day because all of this accidental overpowering getting too far each day has all added up and brought me an extra day, I think. So over yonder that way is Bideford, where there's a bridge off another river, and then round past there is Westward Super Hoe, which is my destination for the whole thing. It's about 18 miles today, so this will be the longest trek of my week. But it's all on stuff like this, which is essentially a disused railway line that's been paved over, tracks torn up, paved over and turned into a cycle path. It's flat, a bit monotonous, but is pretty much ideal walking conditions for distance. So the weather's sort of splattering about a bit. We had the worst of it just an hour or two ago. I only just got up though, so had a banana and cracked on with it all. So yeah, I think probably 18 miles. I can do that in 9 hours. 2 miles an hour is my slowest speed, I think. So it'll put me in Weston-super-Mare for about 6 this evening, 5 or 6. Find a hotel, have another night being awful, smelling in someone's room, and yes. Then tomorrow I can get up. Friday, get bus. I'm allowed to use buses at that point. Get the bus from Weston-super-Mare back to Barnstable station, which I've just walked past down there, and then from there get a train to Exeter and a train home. So that's good. Long, straight, flat, uninteresting paths with uninclement weather. I mean, Barnstable's probably quite nice. Longbridge was interesting. That's not Longbridge, by the way. Longbridge is only the second longest bridge in Barnstable. That looks like it's been built in the last 5 to 10 years, presumably to alleviate massive traffic problems across Longbridge. I'm sure Barnstable's a nice enough town with all your regular shops and facilities and amenities and stuff, but what with the weather and my tiredness, I wasn't really in much of a state to appreciate it. I'm in good shape though. I am tired, I do ache, but it's, like I said, it's aches versus injuries, and I don't feel injured in any way, so I think I'm just going to press on today, head down and trudge, get my audiobooks on. I'm listening at the moment to some Games Workshop Space Marine story about space wolves being read by Toby Longworth, who's a good performer, but the stories of it, it's all like, gunfire, battle description, gore porn, so I might just skip forward to something else. Let's see. Yeah, not much to say. We're going to Instow, where there's apparently one of the first signal boxes in the country that's preserved. I might take a photo. And then beyond Instow's Bridgewater, no, not Bridgewater, that's miles away, Bideford. Bideford's where I'm going. And there's a bridge, because basically I get down the end of there, or cyclists coming in the distance, and then basically if I go that way far enough, it goes left into a whole different river, which is the Torridge. And this is the Tor. You can see it's at high tide now, quite different from yesterday. Right up to the banks here. Just have a quick look over the edge. Yeah, there it is. It was down about 6 feet, I think, yesterday. And anyway, from across at Bideford, then back up to Appledores, around a golf course, and to Westward Hoe. I've no idea what to expect to find in Westward Hoe. Probably not banners and a big finish line. I don't think anyone cares that I'm doing this. So yeah. Morning. So look at me being all polite to strangers. I know this holiday's changed me. There's a big etiquette about all that. People trudging along in the opposite direction, you nod, you smile, you say hello, morning, whatever. Right, I better crack on because this is going to be a big day with a long push, but over very easy terrain. And say what you like about the rain, at least it's keeping the temperature down, keeping me cool. And that's going to stop in about an hour or two, and it should get much clearer and possibly even slightly sunny again toward the end of the day, which will be nice. So I shall see you later, folks. Bit of railway heritage there. It's old, I don't know what, platform box? Not siding, whatever. Tarka line. sure it had the original Fox detailing on there, but it's good. You can actually see it all a bit better now as well. The rolling hill country there, Barnstable in the background. It's not a very pretty building, whatever that is. I think it's a hospital. I walked past it yesterday. There we go, all along that north bank was me trudging yesterday in the rain. In the distance you can just about see the hills I came down off of. No hills at all today, which is a blessing really. Just lots of flat powering along the old railway. That's good. Don't know what time is. I feel like I'm doing well though. Yeah, ran out of stuff to say. Okay, bye. Oh, I'm still on this bleeding path. Look at it. It stretches to infinity. That's a vanishing point down there. And then turn around and look this way. Yeah. I mean, I'm making good time. I think I'm probably most of the way to Instow, which would have been my day 6 end point. So it's not even midday yet. Bored. Still, I mean, you know, there's some nice views of like stuff, estuary and things, but the rain keeps coming in and occluding it all. Yeah, get a bit bored. Still got the old audio books on. We've got Torchwood: The Lost Files now, a series of full-cast audio dramas based on the now defunct Torchwood Doctor Who spin-off series. It's quite good, quite thought-provoking sci-fi in some cases. Quite a lot of silly racing around after aliens in other cases. Yeah, look at that. You're on the road to nowhere. Yeah. Oh well, keep plodding on. I mean, like I say, the good thing about this kind of terrain is it's flat, straight, clear, not muddy. There's no murderous cliff off to one side. I can get a lot of ground covered quite quickly by just plodding onwards. But it's not that interesting. I imagine we'll get to some interesting things at the end of here when it turns down to the Torridge. We start to see another little boaty estuary type and some pretty little riverside towns. And then eventually back to the sea again. I don't know how many these sort of large inland estuaries to expect on my overall trip. I think in most cases the really big ones have ferries, which you're actually allowed to use. I mean, Padstow, for example, the Camel estuary there, that goes inland about 25 miles to Camelford. Which would be about an extra 2 or 3 days on the trail, but the route actually uses the ferry from Rock to Padstow, so there's a couple of examples of that all the way around. I shall be using them whenever I'm allowed, but I must follow the acorns, that's the rules, and there is no ferry or bridge over there, so unavoidable this one. Still, it's interesting. Every so often you keep sitting little level crossings like this. It absolutely is a railway, this, well, once upon a time was. Little station type buildings, and I think there's a signal box further along the way at Instow. Let's see, come see a man do the work of a train. Right, I'm going to do a bit more plodding in, try and get a bit more plodding in before lunchtime. See you later. This is a bit more interesting. We've got a bit of a loop that's led off across the marshes onto a more familiar kind of path, all mud and grass. And we've got some big compound full of sand. And a massive concrete jetty. I reckon this is probably where they do when they do dredging out in these channels. Probably bring it all here, dump it in a big heap, take it off to the building trade or something. Got to keep the channels open, I suppose, for boats and stuff. Oh no, here comes the rain again. Just had a delightful half hour where it wasn't being rained on. So over there's where I got to about 10 o'clock yesterday, that headland, the house there, toll point. We're going to forge on round to Vistas New again. Not sure what the rain's going to do. I don't think we're going to get any very heavy rain for the rest of the day, but it's going to splatter on and off. So I don't really want to get out of the spacesuit if I can avoid it. It's just too much hassle. So keep on moving. That might be, I don't know, that's Appledores, I think, the white buildings in the distance. Which are probably, yeah, and then there's a golf course to go around and then I'm done. But I've got a long way to go inland first, down to Bideford. So that is nice. It's got a bit more bearable today, the weather. Like I say, I knew I was going to get rained on and I brought the gear, so good to see what this is like. There we go, over there, the very far distance, you can see that white hotel. I crossed that about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock yesterday morning, coming down from Croyd. So yeah, made a lot of good time today and yesterday. Gotta keep it up. Coming back out to the end of the river and then off down another river. Some good scenes of industrial decay here. Rotting ships. Some sort of concrete jetty there. Don't know what for. Oh, the hulk. There's a mast maybe on top. Steps down. Some sort of fuel tanks, I think. Who knows what any of it's about. I haven't seen any use in years. A lot of rust. Pretty sure that's Westward Ho. So near and yet so far. And I'll make myself stop and have some jelly babies and drink some water in a minute, because otherwise I'll probably just keel over through overexertion. Which is odd really, because I don't really think I'm the overexerty type. I'm generally quite lazy. Still. Not counting this week, of course. Windy. Hopefully you can hear properly. They've got the little microphone on a string with a bobble on it, tucked away in my shirt pocket. It's that fox again. Clearly it's quite creative tagging going on here. Seen that in several places around hereabouts. Some local artist. Oh god, a jogger. When you're as weary as I am, seeing someone jogging the southwest coast path. Right, there's a massive bridge over there, a big long tall one. I think that's where I need to be aiming at, Bideford. I think it might be a rail bridge. I probably need a smaller one further down. Anyway, we'll see as we go. Time for a snack stop. Spot the rucksack. There it is. It's a bit windy. But not rainy anymore. Might be able to start putting some of the rain stuff away. Be good. We are in Stowe. Preserved signal box there. Signal up on the gantry there. Level crossing. You can have some of the tracks in place. For you train enthusiasts out there. Doesn't go very far. I think I follow this down there. You can see a massive concrete road bridge there, and I think that's not me. So I should be heading to and then under that. But yeah, it's clearing up a bit. It's just about 12ish. I might start looking around for a pasty or an ice cream or something, although just past a ferry apparently. A ferry sign there which would take me straight to Appledores, which is basically the other side of the hill from my finish point. But it doesn't run today, which is typical. And of course I'm not allowed to use it anyway. The acorns don't go across the ferry. The acorns go down there. So yeah, keep plodding on. There's a massive shipyard over there. Big construction hangar. I'm imagining I'll walk right in front of that at some point tomorrow, later today. Interesting. So I just got to scale that concrete pillar, climb about 100 metres up, then cross the motorway, a road bridge, down a pillar on the other side. No problem. Actually, there's a proper bridge further down in Bideford proper. It's coming into Bideford there. It's about 12:30. I've done about 9 miles already today. It's not bad going. 8 o'clock start more or less. So yeah, it's about 2 miles an hour. It's good. I think I'm getting stronger as the week goes on. It's weird because my legs are giving up complaining and just getting on with it, which is nice. Yeah, it looks like the path might go up some hills on the far side over there. But, so that might be a reminder of the travails of earlier in the week. Oh, it's a good day. Good solid exercise. Let's crack on. Find some shop with ice cream or something. I might even take the anorak off. Might risk it. So here we are at Bideford. Just come across that bridge. Now on the other side of the river, I need to go north. So they do tours to Lundy from here as well, apparently. So I probably could have got a boat from Ilfracombe to Lundy and then back here. Still, that would have been cheating. No acorns on the boat. It's a lovely little town there. Pavement cafe over there where I've just had a sausage roll and a milkshake. Good to go. I'm going to head on up the path, well on schedule now. It's about 1:30, I think. Something like that. And I don't think we're going to have any problems getting there today. Intact. Westward ho! Onward! Hurrah! Seen buses that go there already from here. Tempting, but no, I'm going to do the whole thing. Done it so far. I can't believe I've done it. Well, I haven't done it yet. Better get on with it. Yeah, deja vu. Don't know, about an hour and a half maybe from the other side, down and up. So here we are. Onwards. There's in Stowe over there. You get the idea. Tracking on, trying to find out where the path goes next. Is that it? Oh yeah, look, some sort of car park up there, I think. Don't want to end up having to wade across the marsh. Oh, a lot of cyclists up and down the path over there. Mind you, it's not quite so the same over here. It's back to a sort of trudgy little footpath on this side. So probably that's more about the Tarker Trail than the South West Coast footpath. Still got bikes zooming up and down it. Yeah. Hopefully I won't get mown down by a load of bikes on this side. Considering there's like steps and mud and slickness and probably a few hills as well, just to, you know, round the trip off. So let's keep on going. There it is, I think. So just passed through Appledores, a charming little seaside town. Lots of interesting knickknacks in everyone's windows. Lovely. Painted cottages, narrow twisty streets. So I've got, yeah, that's over there. You can see the hills I came from like a couple of days ago. This is the other side of that bloody estuary. Right, so back on track. I've got to go down there a bit, then around the edge of that dunes and stuff, and down the far tip, and then around the back side of that on the seaside. You can see the sea again. See, look, waves. And that's a big old golf course. Go around the back of there, and then boom, Westward ho, and my destination, which I'll probably get to by about 4 or 5 today. And then find a hotel, crash out. I don't know what to do with myself once it's over. This has become my life now, really. It's been quite a trip. Anyway, I'm going to press on. So we've made it to the mouth of the Torridge estuary again. So I was over on those dunes yesterday. There we go. You can see the sea cliffs, Staunton Stands, that headland I was on ages ago before Croyd. There's the sea. I've missed the sea. I think the sea's been what this trip's been about for me, so it's quite depressing to have to trudge inland for 3 days. Windy too. There's Lundy. And there it all is. Just get around this golf course and Westward ho beckons. About another hour, I suppose. Good stuff. Getting there. Long day. 18 miles I'll have done today. Not to mention all the other days. 87 miles I'll have done a week. So yeah. So I didn't think I could do. It's nice here though. Sun's come out, bringing the risk of sunburn, further sunburn. Yeah. It's about the wild, about the outdoors, ruggedness, extremes, etc. Good times. There's a boat. Yeah. Oh, it's good to see the sea again. So there we go. It's 5:45 on Thursday the 21st of September, and I finished the first week. Walked here from Minehead. 87 miles in total, 6 days. Don't know what that is in miles an hour and stops and things. I could probably work it out with a map and stuff, but bloody hell, I've done it. Didn't know I could. I started out the week with all kinds of, oh, if I get to Ilfracombe I can get the train home, and you know, oh, if I could turn back if I get stuck on the first day, and just pushed on through and did the whole thing. I got about 3 hours before sunset on the 6th day, so that's pretty good going. Oh, I'm tired, quite weary, but no major injuries, nothing major to report. I expect I'll be hobbling around work a bit next week, but a bit of sunburn on the forearms. Apart from that, a few restless nights with the tent. Still got the tent, didn't chuck it in the hedge. I'm very pleased with that. Of course, this is just the first week of 8, but having done this week, I know the others are doable. So down that way goes off to Hartland Point and eventually down to Padstow. That'll be week 2, which I will not now be doing until springtime. I think this is probably one of the last weeks in the year where it's going to be reasonable temperature and climate and stuff. I imagine it gets horrid in going into October and November, and I just don't need that kind of hassle really. This is supposed to be a holiday after all. It's good. There's even an ice cream van there. Just going to stare at the view. Green here, there's shops, flats, etc. Ice cream van. More flats there. Yeah. My feet. They do ache. But I think probably all the various weekend day hikes around where I live have probably done the job. Probably toughened my feet up enough to survive this. The rest of it, I guess, yeah, determination, I suppose, which I didn't know I really had. Yeah, it's going to be odd not walking. Kind of gotten used to the weight of the backpack as well. It's sort of felt like a part of me. It feels a bit weird and floaty not having it on. But I'll have to have a think about the next week out, whether I want to do the full B&B experience and travel much lighter, or have a rethink about how the tent and things are working. That one-man tent is just not up to the job. It's designed for much smaller people, I think. I mean, it technically does the job. I didn't get rained on and it is warm enough, but I just not used to it, I suppose. Anyway, being able to B&B it for the occasional night definitely puts a spring back in your step for the longer marching. And the weather's glorious now. Look at this. Blue skies, puffy clouds, onshore wind, lovely golden light starting that afternoon time. Splendid. And I was in full waterproofs this morning. It shows you how changeable it is, and that's only going to get worse as the year lengthens. So yeah, I'm probably thinking early spring next time, of April or May, something like that. Probably be quite rainy, but I'm okay with rain. Got the gear, can trudge on through. Yeah. So thanks for watching and stopping me going insane on this strange odyssey that I seem to be embroiled on. And see you next time. To be continued.